Dear students, welcome to B.R. Ambedkar Open University. Today we are going to discuss about the dynamics of public administration, and the course title is New Public Services. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss about introduction to new public services. Introduction. Administration is as old as human society, but it has emerged as a formal academic discipline only in 19th century. You know very well. Woodrow Wilson's 1887 essay, the title The Study of Administration, which laid the foundation for its systematic study as a branch of social sciences. As you know very well, after that university across various countries have introduced courses and promoted research in public administrations. Particularly Western scholars have developed several organizational theories between 1887 and 1989 to address challenges caused by industrial development and technological advancement. These have included classical or traditional both behavioral, human relations, decision making, ecological, motivational, public choice and contingency theory, each offering different approaches to understanding organizational issue. Since 1990s, a few of the contributions have advanced the field as well. Though market economy models were promoted as a universal solution, although they have also proved inadequate. Because of this reason, this has led to the emergence of new public service model as an alternative approach. First of all, we have to know about the profile of authors who have developed the concept of new public services. The concept of new public service was proposed by Denhart and Denhart, who are based on American public service experiences. Whatever they have felt, whatever they have experienced, they have expressed by introducing this concept. Both of them have emphasized that the success depends on strong infrastructure, active citizen awareness and participation, and continuous public dialogue on social issue. Understanding their background helps in appreciating their contribution to public administration. J.V. Denhart is a professor at Arizona State University who is specialized in organizational theory, behavior and leadership. She has also co-authored notable works such as The Dance of Leadership and Managing Human Behavior in Public and Non-Profit Organizations, along with several research articles in reputed journals. Another contribution named Robert B. Denhart, who was born in 1942, earned his PhD degree in public administration and is a leading scholar in leadership and organizational change. He has held key academic position and professional position, contributing significantly through his writing and public service initiatives. Now, we must know the meaning and significance of new public services. So, first of all, I would like to express the shift from old public administration to new public management took place during 1980s and 1990s. You know, between 2000, a new approach emerged which is known as a new public service, new public governance or post new public management. Although each model reflects a distinct philosophy and framework for understanding public administration, we will talk about new public service. New public service emphasizes public interest, democratic governance and active civic engagement. It highlights how government interacts with citizens, political leaders and communities to create positive organizational and social change. Although shaped by diverse scholars with varying views, it is recognized as a normative model with common guiding principles. This approach has developed in the late 90s as a response to earlier model. It adopts a bottom-up perspective, giving priority on democracy, citizens and public values over market-driven ideas like competition, its customer service. In detail, government is being reinvented both structurally and ideologically. in a context shaped by new liberal values. The new public service approach gives emphasis on public interest, governance processes and democratic citizenship. It encourages public servants to reconnect with citizens by listening rather than directing. You must know it is for serving, not for steering. Same time, it talks about fostering collaboration in addressing social issues. The failure of market based model like new public management led to the rise of new public services as a viable alternative. The new public services giving priority democracy, citizenship and public interest while promoting the dignity of public services, community value and organizational humanism. This new public service approach revives the importance of the public aspect that had diminished earlier. The new public service asserts that government should function like a democracy, not a business. Public servants are developing new skill, embracing complexity and engaging citizens actively. This has strengthened cooperation, mutual respect and collective problem solving in governance. Dear students, so I have discussed about historical aspect of new public services and I have also discussed why new public services has emerged, because you know very well in order to counter the issue which are there with new public management. So, because the new public management talks about market oriented, so that is why there are a number of challenges associated with new public management. In order to counter, new public services has emerged. New public service is known as the latest paradigm in the evolution of public administration in 21st century. You know what are the basic feature of new public services, because it talks about you know the citizens has to be served by the civil servant. Same time civil servant should be given dignity while performing their duty. They a kind of combination of both are required. You must respect civil servant, their power, their position, their dignity. Same time the citizens should be given due respect while discharging their duty. A combination of both are relevant, and new public services, the name itself is service, means the civil servants are there to provide service, basic services, welfare services, whatever they want, whatever they expect in democratic setup, as you know very much, because now in new public management the citizens are treated as a customer, citizens are treated as a client, but new public services is totally different from new public management. New public services has to serve the nation with due respect, dignity and honor. So, that is why in every world democratic country the new public services must emerge as an instrument to develop the nation, because particularly in developing country like India is one of the example of developing country, where people always expect a lot of thing from their civil servant. At the time stability, law and order is also there. So, a combination of both, a balance are required, serving same time law and order maintenance. So, new public services is a latest paradigm which must be accepted and adopted by all the democratic nations. And of course, there are issues which also there our new public services that must be addressed by the scholars over the time. But here in this democratic decentralization, governance, participation, new public services will help a lot to emerge as a separate entity, as a separate discipline. So, further I would also expect that there must be some research on the area of new public services and democracy, new public services and welfare, new public services and democratic decentralization, new public services and neutrality of civil services, new public services on governance. So, there are a lot of issues which must be addressed through research and development. Of course, new public services is highly relevant for developed country like USA, because the basic requirement for new public services is to have good infrastructure, to have good quality infrastructure in every sphere, from construction sector, from academic sector, everywhere the infrastructure is required, because on the basis of quality of infrastructure, new public services will highly helpful for our democracy, for serving the nation, for giving a lot of space for research as well. That is why the developed country has been the developed country has been taking a lot of advantages by applying new public services. So, to conclude, I would like to say the new public services is highly relevant if provided that infrastructure should be there, and civil services must be given respect. Same time, our services, our citizens should be given serve with due respect. Thank you very much.